Three things that would change the black economic and political power in America. And I'm telling you, the third one, black people are not going to like it, but it is one of the most powerful. All right, so the first thing that we need to do in order to change the black economic powers and political power in America is the first thing that we all have to become financially literate. It is a very simple explanation, it is a very simple statement, but it is a truth. Most black people are not living on a budget, and most black people don't have at least $1,000 in savings. Most black people don't understand that you cannot spend more than what you make. I utilize a simple plan that's called 70-10-10-10. 70% of the income goes towards necessities. 10% goes towards play, 10% goes towards investments, and 10% goes towards savings. Now, when you're in a partnership, all the money comes into one house, one pot, except for an expense account that both people receive equally. Doesn't matter who makes the most money, both people receive it equally, and then we go into our 70-10-10-10 plan. The investment money is utilized to bring forth a return on your investment more immediately. A savings is for when a rainy day, things go on, vacations, things of that nature. The play money is for y'all to go out and date and have fun and have a good time. And then the necessities is whatever it takes to live the lifestyle that you both agreed to live on. That's the 70-10-10-10 plan. That's basic financial understanding. And then learn how to and what you should invest in. Most people don't want to go through the financial literacy of that. It's not sexy. It's not something that's fun and woohoo and that you can just throw online and show out to everybody. So it's not that sexy. But if we all lived on a budget and didn't spend more than we make, then we would start to have financial power. The second thing, and this one is something that you'll hear over and over again, and that is black business and black customers. The first part of the black business and black customers, and I'm making these very short, there's a lot that goes into each one. Black businesses first need to take the lead. And black businesses need to recognize that they have to upgrade their quality of service and upgrade their quality of products. That when you get ready to start a black business, you cannot start it on a shoestring budget. 90% of businesses fail simply because they started on a shoestring budget, and the occupants or the business owners need to pay themselves almost immediately from the business. If you don't have at least 6 months of working capital saved up when you start a business, you have already started a business that is doomed to fail. So you need to understand how business works first before you start a business. You need to make sure that you have enough money before you start a business. Get your credit right before you start a business. And when you start that business, you need to be able to bring forward the best that you can possibly bring as far as customer service and the product, because that's how you maintain your customers. And the customers need to have awareness. If there's something that you're looking to buy, although it may be more convenient to buy it over here or buy it over there, if you can purchase it from a black business first, then go purchase it from that black business so that the dollar circulates within the black community. That is how you gain a stronger black community financially and politically, because now you can become homeowners and you're business owners. You can control the schools, you can control the politicians, you have the money, you have the land to do so. So those first two combined would change the map as far as black political economic power in America very easily, because we're all now financially literate. We're all now supporting black businesses. The black businesses are providing great products and customer service, and they're hiring the people that are in their neighborhoods. So we're circulating our dollar. We're building a stronger community. Now here's the last one, and y'all not gonna like it. Polygamy. And we can go both ways with this. One man, two women, one woman, two men. It depends upon the ego of the people that we're dealing with here. But I want you to think about it in simple terms first. And I know most people, when they talk about polygamy, they go straight to sex. Anytime anybody's ever had a conversation with me about polygamy, they often find themselves thrown aback, because the first thing I talk about is the economics of it. So I saw a video the other day, last week actually, that utilized a very good example. if I'm paying $2,500 a month in mortgage, and then the woman number one is paying $2,500 a month in mortgage, and woman number two is paying $2,500 a month in mortgage, well, we're all paying $2,500 a month in mortgage to separate mortgages. But if we all came together into one house, instead of that $7,500 that's going out to mortgages and each one of us having to pay $2,500 of it, now we're all under one roof, and there's only one $2,500 mortgage that's split by 3 working people. And even if you decided that you were going to have a polygamous relationship where 2 people are working and 1 person is staying at home, then you still only have a $2,500 mortgage that's supported by 2 people while the other person takes care of the home itself. So there are different ways that you can set up this situation. If all 3 are working, you can hire it. Now you have the money to hire a maid. Now you have the money to have whatever you need as far as investments. Now the amount that you're investing in the 70-10-10-10 plan, instead of it being maybe $500 a month that you're investing, now you can be investing $1,500 a month. And if you use a calculator, and let's say you went the long route and you invested $1,500 a month into an S&P fund over the next 20 to 30 years, you will have millions of dollars in that S&P fund with an average gain of about 10 to 12%. You will have millions of dollars in 20 to 30 years for your retirement. Whereas if you did it by yourself with your $500, then you'll have hundreds of thousands of dollars at the end of 20 to 30 years. So coming under one roof together is an amazing way to strengthen the economic and political black family. You also have the dynamic that no man, if it's a man and 2 women, no man can satisfy the emotional needs of any woman 100%. For the portions that he's missing out on, you know who can? Her sister wife. She can empathize in areas that men cannot. And if you do it reverse, the brother husband can sympathize with things that the wife cannot. The biggest issue with this is that Americans have grown up in a Western culture, a Western mindset, so we don't have that. It's not common to us. It seems foreign. It goes against your religious or your cultural beliefs. Whereas if you go to certain other countries, it is a norm for them, so it doesn't go against their cultural beliefs, doesn't go against their norms. I just saw a video today where there's this village in China somewhere that 80% women, and when a man, even if he's a tourist, comes walking by, there's like 4 women trying to wife him up, dragging him into the house, because their mindset is different, their culture is different. So the idea of a man and 1 woman is more of a cultural thing that has been supported by religions than it is anything else. But if you are in a different culture, then your religion is different. Now, I know some people are going to come on here and they say, well, you know, in the Arab world, they say that a man has to be able to afford multiple wives in order for him to have multiple wives. Well, we're not living in Arabia, are we? You're living in America. So who says you have to follow their rules? You can follow whatever rule you decide, whatever rule you choose. But if black Americans were to adopt that mentality of gaining financial literacy, producing sustainable black businesses, and coming under polygamy, the strength and the power of black economics within 20 years would change so dramatically that the things that you're demanding from the American government will get done. I wholeheartedly believe this. I wholeheartedly know. I don't believe shit. I wholeheartedly know that that would be the ending result. America would try to step in and say, no, we can't allow this. But you can't stop people from coming under one roof, whether there are legal guidelines of marriage or not, because there are other paperwork and documentation you can do in lieu of a marriage license. The only thing that will be lost is Social Security, but everything else can be shared amongst the entire family structure, whether it's health, and there's health care, and there's wills, and there's power of attorneys. So you don't necessarily have to have a marriage license in order to accomplish this goal. But I want to hear you guys' comments. So always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.